I suggest the service tunnel?
Might I demand that?
What do you see in that girl?
Who's gonna miss you, Boudica?
More people than'll mourn you.
You proved the entire team wrong in less than a football match.
If you ever need help in the future, you know where we are.
No cure exists.
It does! Cassidy! Florence!
I'd think twice before doing that.
And now we present to you the entirety of the first series of The Aftermath, written by Mark Aylward, with support from Children's World Youth Committee, Taking the Space, and other organisations.
Who would have thought the world would come to this? Cities reduced to graveyards. Every building now a makeshift hospital. All in an attempt to return to normality.
This is your midday bulletin on March 24th, 2062. Thousands in Wessex flocked to places like Somerton and Cheddar to be in with a chance of some medical supplies. The Welsh Government has announced that the Severn Bridge will reopen once again. Our teams in Oxford and the Isle of Wight continue to make stunning progress towards a vaccine for BPI 57, and, unfortunately, Edinburgh Castle has been overrun, our Scottish reporters tell us, with a wave of blight storming through the gatehouse and breaching the inner sanctum. That is your midday bulletin. More at 6.
Are you crazy?
A little. Besides, this place has what we need.
We came here for a few things, and the door is unlocked.
You know I prefer the direct route. Find anything?
A handful of antiseptics and some antihistamines. Nothing of great importance.
Olivia wanted us to find stuff for aiding the labs. Looks like we found stuff to aid a bruised knee at best.
Did she give you anything specific?
Go find some antibiotics, CBD oil, and anything else to help the scientists. Basically, everything this place doesn't...
What was that?
A blight. Should only be one.
Cass, we don't need to fight this.
I could have handled it.
You know the dangers if you missed. Rather, if anything else heard the gunshot.
I know.
Come on. We have work to do back at the university.
It's unlocked.
Just a reminder, Miss Smith. You have professors coming down soon for a lecture.
That's this week.
It is on your calendar.
Damn right. How long until they get here?
A couple of minutes.
Enough time to set up. Thanks, Archie. Come in. Right. I'm sure you all know why you're here, so let's get down to business. So you all know that the infection, BPI 57, can enter through any orifice, such as the nose, the eye, the mouth, or an open wound.
We know how it acts. Get to why Olivia sent us here.
Alright. The cure is not something that destroys the virus, because the virus attaches itself to the CNS and the frontal lobe. So we need to make a vaccine or cure that kills the initial virus, but leaves the rest of the human tissue unharmed.
And how have you been accomplishing this?
The same way all vaccines are created, by harvesting samples, killing them, then teaching bodies to create antibodies.
But doesn't that leave room for potential infection?
If done poorly, yes.
Weren't you meant to be making a remedy for this?
I am. Are you always this forward with your teachers?
It's our job to question science.
The remedy I have is of the formula C17H18N2O5S, a combination of penicillin and formaldehyde.
Are you insane?
Penicillin is to treat the bacteria, formaldehyde to preserve the tissue from the virus. That only leaves the anthelmintic properties that treat the parasite in this disease.
I'm guessing that's where we come in.
That's why Olivia sent you, to find a cure.
What's the problem?
They're bleeding intensely. I can't stop it.
Internal bleeding. We need to operate.
Now?
Yes! Now follow me. You do exactly what I say when I say it. Got that?
Yes, miss.
Good. Oh, and it's Florence. This is going to take precision and speed. Get me the anesthetic. One of his arteries or veins must be severed, but by this, I'd assume it's an artery.
You're the boss here.
Inferior mesenteric. Remove the blood.
Thread?
Please. Your breath indicates panic. You should relax.
Sorry. It all happened so fast and...
I get it, but we're all there at some point. Stitch is holding. No blood pouring. He'll recover in a few weeks.
Thank you. Looking back, I was foolish.
Hardly. You may have panicked. Just keep your head clear.
I guess I should keep my cool, eh?
If you don't, lives will be lost.
That's true. I'll keep an eye on him.
I should go find Cassidy. They may need some help.
Now, if you're done with your snooping, get out and leave me in peace.
Cass, everything okay?
No. No step closer.
Perhaps take a break from it. You've hardly stopped at all this week.
That's easier said than done.
Well, you know I can help you.
Oh yeah? And how do you propose to do that?
Well, we could go for a walk. I've helped out all I need to at the ward, and you can have a break.
Is this also to swing by the local coffee shop?
Your coffee problem isn't going to be fed by me.
Oh, come on. Why must you take away my caffeine?
I'm not going to take away your caffeine, I just want you to take a relaxing walk away from the norm.
A gentle stroll wouldn't hurt. Might be able to share a kiss under the tree.
You know you have Iceni blood in you. Wouldn't it be best to save the kiss for the river?
Potentially. Depends on how long I can wait.
Damn.
Yours?
Desmond? Yours?
Olivia.
I guess the walk will have to wait.
Meet me back here when you're done. You know where the spare key is.
Of course.
Good luck.
You too.
The patient did not survive.
Why?
Because they didn't respond well to the sedative.
Did you apply it correctly? Did you offer alternatives? Are you as competent as a pig-headed blight?
Oh, no, Desmond.
Then get out of here and do your job properly!
You wish to see me?
Ah, Florence. Take a seat. Now, I must ask, how is your friend Cassidy doing with researching a cure?
She is coming to a roadblock. Even with my help, she can't seem to find the final piece to the puzzle.
At least she's making progress. Now, on to business. As you know, St. Thomas's Hospital was one of the first to take action against the plague. Unfortunately, it fell once London was quarantined due to the outbreak.
If this is going where I think it is...
Olivia has tasked you and Cassidy to go to St. Thomas's and gather anything and everything you can.
No! That city is nothing but a death trap. It has nearly 11 million people before the plague, and 90% of that still lives there.
There are people inside who can help you.
You want a dozen people to go against 10 million blights.
When you come back from this, you two will be given a holiday to anywhere. It was the one thing I could barter from Olivia.
Do you think we would accept a holiday for risking our lives? Cass hardly accepts anything from anyone.
If she has the brain, which I know she does, then you two will be fine. It's a quick trip through the underground. We'll be in and out in no time.
And where are these people who will help?
Denham, just outside the city itself.
I'll speak to Cass, but if she isn't on board, then Olivia will have to find others.
Let's hope she does accept. It'd be easier for all of us.
Leave the door on its hinges and get in here. Cassie.
Olivia?
Sit.
No.
Fine. Be weird.
I'm as weird as a doodlebug amongst the RAF. Now, what do you want?
I want you to go to London.
Out of the question.
To go to St. Thomas's Hospital and retrieve...
No.
I haven't finished yet.
You are not sending me to that hellhole. Nothing on this earth will make me go there.
Do you know the tunnelers? The people who fled into the underground to survive the plague?
What has this got to do with...
They can aid you in what you have to achieve. The capture and securement of research and development towards your cure.
I'm sorry, back it up. You want me to go to London to retrieve a notebook to use for my work?
How else is the prodigal scientist meant to beat the world?
Olivia, I'm not some sort of prodigy. I'm a girl who loves science.
Remember all them years ago, when you asked for your own lab?
Of course.
You came up with a solution to 4 different problems within a month. You proved the entire team wrong in less than a football match.
I'll repeat myself. I just love science.
When I pulled you out of that rubble and took you under my wing, I knew you'd break the books.
If you're trying to sweet talk me into going, it won't work.
How's Florence?
She is good.
You should do best not to fail then.
So that's it. I do what you say.
You owe your life to me, Cassie. Just don't forget the bear I gave you.
If I need anyone right now.
Avery, such a sweet daughter of mine.
Bad time?
No. Just processing the meeting.
Desmond thinks that we should
Go to London, to St. Thomas's Hospital, to
receive items towards your research with...
help from the local bands who survived the plague. Looks like we had the same meeting.
I told Desmond I wouldn't do it without you.
Great. Any news?
We've tested some of the strains. Turns out it doesn't drown when submerged.
So it can walk, it can swim, it just needs to grow wings.
Don't say things, Cassidy. It'll happen.
Hi!
Hello, Florence.
What can you tell us about London?
Why do you ask?
Olivia wants us to go there. Have you got any ideas from your fortress island?
Okay. You want to avoid the city, the parks, Buck House, the Houses of Parliament, the Tower of London, and pretty much everything within 2 miles of the eye.
So St. Thomas's Hospital is off limits.
She's not sending you there, is she?
Her and Desmond are.
Good lord. She must really want to win the cure race then.
Oregon is close to us, but we still pull ahead by a margin.
If you can get to Denham and find the crew there, they can get you in and out easier.
What about the tunnelers?
They'll be as paranoid as a cat with a hoover.
Noted. Thanks.
Don't die, Cassidy. You owe me a bottle of scotch.
We don't have to go.
Olivia will have my head if we don't.
We can go to Colchester, Cambridge, even York.
None of them were hit as hard as London.
Come to a decision yet?
We're working on it.
Night is approaching. Make your decision now, and you can have the moonlight to prepare.
Why don't we think during the night and get back to you tomorrow?
Because there isn't time to think, Florence. This is to better the cause of saving what little we have left. Clear?
Yes, Olivia.
We'll do it. We'll go to London.
Splendid. I want you two ready to go early. Have a safe ride, Cassie.
How much of that was through fear?
All of it.
Looks like London is cooling. –
Every time I look at them, they always seem to help me.
The night sky is a calming place. It helps everyone.
Yeah.
So, did you know you are taller in the morning than in the evening because the cartilage gets compressed throughout the day?
Flo, I'm 5'1". You don't need to make me feel any shorter than I am.
Is that in or out of your heels?
Your cheek, I swear.
You love my facts. You can't deny it.
I can't. But I can voice my opinion. We should probably head back. Get some good rest before riding out to London.
I guess you're right, but you're missing something.
Oh?
This.
This was the right time.
Not under the tree?
Especially not.
Come on, let's get back.
It can wait. Fine. What?
Oregon has copied your work.
That's impossible.
They got into contact with Mike from Geneva, and he gave them your paper.
Got to be kidding me.
Don't worry, they're as stumped as you.
Is that all?
Good luck tomorrow. You'll need it.
If she spent as much time being a proper mother as she does bossing me around, I might like her.
Dear, are you still awake?
Yes, Dad. I'm still here.
You know, more than anyone, that sleep is important.
Yes, Dad.
Good night.
Night, Dad. Of all the things in my life, you're definitely the best. Someday, Cass. Someday. Good night, Cass.
Good night, Flo.
Chambers clean, barrel clean, hammer greased, all good. Watch it.
Sorry, I need an answer for something.
What do you need?
One of the patients knows an elixir will work to heal his boils, but I don't know the recipe.
Boils. Red boils full of pus.
Yep. Yes, that's it. Do you...
You've got a few hours before those boils burst. When they do, he'll be in extreme pain. This will ease the coming pain and thicken the blood so that it doesn't go off like a fountain.
Thanks.
There you are. Luckily we aren't on a time limit. Oh no.
Go through Aylesbury. Ask it is flooded.
Marvellous. Another obstacle.
Ready to ride?
A last-minute route change, but nothing too bad.
Another place flooded?
Ask it.
Let's hope Denham isn't the same.
Also, what took you so long?
I had a shower and my hair takes forever to dry.
I forget you wake up later than me.
It's all that coffee swirling around in your veins.
And this is why I drink it so much.
Do we need to stop for petrol?
We'll sort that en route. We're fine for now.
When we get to Denham, do we know how to find these people?
They live on the inside of the 25. They'll want to inspect anything going into the city.
Do you think they'll help?
Either help us or kill us.
You know you can't fight them.
If they are the only people who'll actually help, then of course I'm not going to wave my piece around.
Maybe we should let Avery do the talking.
She'd be better than all of us combined.
Your diplomacy sets us back, though.
Again, what's with the logos?
It's a bit of friendly chatter.
I know it's not Cassie, but please don't break my door. Was that necessary?
A gentle knock would have made it seem useless.
Useless? I'm guessing you have important information for me then.
Indeed. In our experiments with robotic limbs, with help from your foster child, we have helped over 100 people regain their limbs.
That is good news. Cassie was one of the first, of course, after her accident, but it is good to know that many people can return to normality. I guess the trials with augmenting the brain failed.
Sadly, while everything else, excluding the heart, have been profoundly successful, the heart and brain still elude us.
Time will be with us, Des. Yes?
Olivia! Ward 14 has been compromised!
What?
We blocked the corridor, but all 316 are in peril.
Desmond and I are coming. Keep this contained.
No sign of anyone yet.
They must be here somewhere.
This is your guy?
Desmond never mentioned a crossbow.
Want to negotiate?
Of course. We mean no harm. We were sent by Olivia Alpayne to investigate
None shall pass into the abyss.
Look, we just want passage. That's all.
Hunters!
Looks like it's going swimmingly.
My name is Florence Hadlock. I wish to speak to whoever is in charge.
Sure you understand why we do this?
Of course, but we do not wish for any conflict.
We swore never to let people go beyond this settlement. Not after the Night of Tears.
Night of Tears?
I'm guessing you've not heard of our problems.
We have not.
Drag your bike over to the compound. We'll talk there.
Let me know, and I'll grab Avery to negotiate.
Let's hope we can get their aid.
This isn't good.
Not at all. I'll see to the rest of the patients.
Oi, soldier!
Yes, ma'am.
What happened here?
We had a report from Mrs. Adams, saying the Ward 14 had been compromised. Yet a blight had got inside.
That's impossible. There are no entrances.
Perhaps you should talk to her about that.
Betty!
I'm sorry, Olivia. It all happened so...
Don't beat around the bush. How can blight enter a sealed ward?
I don't know. I was working in Ward 8, and then I got a phone call from Luke and went to investigate. That's when I called you.
Where is Luke?
Stuck past the doors.
Get some spare gear. You're going to clear this place with the soldiers.
What?
You heard. Now go!
I don't wish to be a bother, but we didn't ask for much.
We cannot risk sending anyone beyond this hold.
The Night of Tears made us all swear upon it.
You keep on about this Night of Tears, and yet we are still oblivious to it.
The Night of the Tears was when our old stronghold got breached.
Thousands of blight ambushed us and had our ranks.
We lost a lot of good people that night, and swore never to let another soul into that hell.
But if we get in, we can get closer to a cure for this wretched disease.
No cure exists.
It does! You have no idea what you're talking about. You're just blabbering on. If you keep saying stuff like this, there is no hope.
Everyone quiet! It seems you won't help us, so we'll go about it alone. Just note that when the cure is found, you come begging to us.
Wait! I'll gather some people, maybe by the roundabout southeast of here.
Better be worth it.
It will be. I have faith in them.
It's not Bryan, I doubt. It's what we'll find at the hospital.
These are the best I can round up.
The help is the most...
What state is London in?
The place is infested. Blight, tunnelers, gangs, you name it.
Any idea on blight numbers?
Cass, please.
Population before the apocalypse was 11 million. We suspect that 10 million of them are now infected. That's not including the rest of the area, inside the 25.
Thank you for everything. You know the area better than we do.
We'll head down to the old A40. There you'll be able to see the city approaching, and also our old compound.
Where was it?
Next to the hire shop, the office building.
Must have been shocked to see everything fall.
Indeed.
Because being attacked by any amount of blight isn't shocking at all.
Cassidy!
Is she always this foul?
You should see me on a bad day. No soul is untouched.
Luckily, I'm not going to be seeing you much after this adventure.
All clear!
This shouldn't have happened.
Everything okay, Mom?
Get me Desmond.
You called for me?
You best have some answers as to why this happened.
I went to the security office to look at the cameras. It all began with a patient admitted moments before the breach. Must have been infected, but failed to tell us.
Now because of that person, hundreds lay dead upon the floors of this building.
My wards have never been completely death-free. You know that.
But next time, I'd expect proper measures in place. Get the clean-up crew. I'll be in my office.
Of course.
That was it?
Yes. Built up that place upon the hope of reclaiming the city. But it all fell apart in 7 hours.
They won't have died in vain.
Of course they haven't. No hunter dies without purpose.
Cassidy! Come be social.
I'd rather make things that guarantee our survival.
Are you saying we're going to get you killed?
No! No. She isn't.
You gotta control her, otherwise she's just gonna end up dead.
I'm sorry, is that a threat?
Well, if you want it to be. Oh, it can be.
Stop! Have you both lost your minds?
The nurse is correct. Mav, where is your judgment?
Sorry.
And you, chemist, have you lost all reason and competence to draw a firearm on the only people who can help you?
Olivia?
Cassie, how's your travel?
Making progress, steadily. How are things back at Oxford?
Not as peaceful.
Is everyone alright?
Ward 14 was breached. Casualties are close to 60 souls.
How?
A junior, admitting a blight.
At least it was contained.
I thought it was best to keep you informed. I doubt I'll have much chance to speak to you once you get inside the city.
If what I've been told is true, then it's going to be one hell of a ride.
I'll leave you to it then. Don't have too much fun.
I'll try.
I'm not going to fault you if something is going on.
You have no clue.
I understand being stressed. It's painful.
Don't need to say it twice. I'm sorry for my attitude.
No need to apologise. We all get caught up in the moment.
It's been too long since I've been out for a meal.
A break from all those microwave meals would do your body a world of good.
Along with a dash of Pinot to wash it down.
Quite.
I wonder if Cassie's come here with Florence.
What do you see in that girl? She's a recluse, with nothing but a robotic arm and notepads.
Cassie is more than just a girl, Desmond. She's the key to a lot, and Florence is too.
There are other scientists, other nurses, people who are much more cooperative.
But none like Cassie.
And please, enlighten me.
Cassidy, was found in the rubble of King's Cross. I found her and took her in as a foster child. It was after that moment that she took a heavy interest in science.
But she doesn't work with others.
She prefers no distractions, thinking others...
Distract her. Then explain Florence.
I can't. They care for each other. Isn't that worthy enough?
There is little room for error in this work, Olivia. You know what love can do.
Don't remind me.
I'll see you at the next meeting.
Stand back.
Hold still.
What on Creator's Earth was that?
My best attempt at Greek fire.
Well, congratulations. You just injured one of our own.
Our way is clear, and you never gave an option.
Pack it in, you two. We're close to Perival.
I'm guessing practicing your bandaging skills on me has paid off in droves.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm guessing you have no idea what's going to be in those tunnels.
A group called Tunnelers. Apparently they've gone feral.
Tunnels will eliminate my peace, unless we need a distraction or a deafening device.
So long as it's used on them and not on these people, I wouldn't mind.
You think I'm going to shoot one of these hunters?
I've seen how you talk to Mav and Bryan. Please don't make them our enemies as well.
Hi, honey. I know it's been too long since I last visited, and I have no excuse for that. I hoped you would have given me a guide, after all these years watching over me. Cassie is excelling massively. We all are. And soon all our work will have its purpose. Imagine that. A world where everyone can go back to their life with no fear. I hope I'm doing what's right, what needs to be done for the world, and not simply wandering blindly into an obsession. A competition in Oregon, a silent task in Shanghai. We have to be the ones who find it. You were the one who gave me the first funding to obtain the Nobel Prize, and it will be you who allows us to save the world. I'll always love you, honey.
This place has seen better days.
Doesn't need to look pretty. Just get us inside that damn city.
And what about the Tunnelers?
They shouldn't be a threat.
I've heard they've gone feral.
That feral nature can also play against them. They can't distinguish friend from foe. We can use it against them.
Or, now hear me out.
No shooting.
Now that's being presumptuous. What I intended was something we call a distraction.
Oh, how so? Just blow a head off, see what happens?
Feral beings are usually distracted by noise, targeting that which interests them.
So, something that echoes through the tube station will divert their attention from us.
I'm not always a gun girl. I'm smart as well.
It's worth a shot if all else fails.
Ha, funny.
Unintentional.
Shall we head inside then?
There weren't supposed to be any in the station.
You know they wander.
Not this close to the sun, though.
We'll be cautious. Come on.
I don't like this. It's too quiet.
We'll be fine, Cass. We shouldn't wander into any hotspots.
No, not like that. I'm used to noise and commotion. This is nothing.
See it as a break from all the trouble.
I usually start trouble, remember?
Good point.
Looks like we need to go to Notting Hill Gate, then counterclockwise along the circular, out at Westminster.
Quiet!
Then we are there.
Everyone silent! Everyone silent! Everyone silent! State your business.
State yours.
We simply want a quick passage into the city. We won't harm...
Arm? No one mentioned arm. Do you want to arm us?
No, absolutely not.
Strong words for someone pointing bolts at us.
Aren't they meant to be feral?
I guess some are still able.
I'm forgiving, but there are some who ain't. Safe travels.
No wonder why they went feral down there.
With a little concept of time, hard to stay sane.
You had light and chronometers, and yet you are still more feral than anyone else down here.
Is that a plea to kill me?
No, it is not. I thought you were a better man, Mav. Seems like I should have brought your sister along instead.
My sister's just a writer. She's not a fighter. She wouldn't survive down here.
Your arrogance will kill you faster than her writing.
At what point will you stop goading people?
That time it wasn't my fault.
You didn't try to reduce the tension.
Firstly, I haven't had a cup of coffee in hours. Secondly, if I recall correctly, I am known for diplomacy. It may be different to yours, but I can do it.
I know you can, but perhaps sometimes the best way to reach an accord is to not talk at all.
That makes weird sense.
I always do.
Fascinating.
Wait, it's not detached.
Ah, of course. But surely something decaying like that isn't healthy.
It's a blight. You can see the rotting muscle and the pale blood.
You two sound like you know what you're talking about.
We've been studying them for... Bryan, slowly walk to your right.
Holy!
We have to go topside.
Wait, no, because we still have,
Now.
Might I suggest the service tunnel?
Might I demand that?
Damn it, Cass! Couldn't have given away our position more than that.
No one calls me Cass except Flo.
I don't care.
She was doing something out of instinct. Do not knock that!
We have blades, not a rocky firearm.
Both of you, shut up. And let's get out of here.
Why? Why should I do as you say? You only lead us to death.
I'm trying to save you despite everything.
Oh, sure. Save us by giving away our location. I'd love to try and see some Boudica reborn. Try and salvage this.
Cass, please!
Take that back, anarchist.
And if I don't...
Then I'll take your leg off and feed you to the coming horde.
That won't be necessary. You two need our help. And so long as we all get out of here, we can sort out repayment later.
Fine, let's go. That could have gone better.
At least no one died.
My arm hasn't been working properly since that punch.
It was made for utility, not combat.
Nothing we can't fix.
Let's have a look.
The central motor misaligned. Knocked out from the impact. You'll need to replace the...
drive shaft, connecting wires, and the link towards the ring and the finger.
I guess we need to create new problems to solve in this metal case.
You don't fix your girlfriend's arm and not learn things along the way.
Here I thought only 2 people could fix this. Turns out it's 3.
Hopefully the chaps in the robotics section should be able to give you a newer model soon.
Why upgrade when you can augment?
Because you'll do something eventually.
Oh, come on, that's unfair.
Thanks for not killing Mav back there.
It was hard, but manageable.
He's normally not like this. I'll have a word with him.
If he wants to kill me, just say the word, and we'll do crossbows at dawn.
Sup, boss?
Why the hostility?
What, the tribal?
Her name is Cassidy.
No, it isn't.
You know her?
Knew. Before everything went to hell.
Why hide this, then? Why not talk to her about it?
Come on, Bryan. How's she gonna take the news about who she really is? When King's Cross collapsed amidst fire, she was the only survivor. And with no memory before that.
If she finds out you're hiding this from her, I'm not going to hold her back from her judgment.
Hopefully, after this mission, I'll never have to see her again. She belongs in Norfolk, not here.
Mav, get him.
With pleasure. Where is it? I had it yesterday.
Wasn't me, I swear.
Hey, come on. Come on, where is it?
I got it.
Cassini, where is my crossbow?
She doesn't have it. You know if she...
I didn't ask you.
Talk to my other half like that and I'll kill you myself.
Enough! That proves what I feared. You'll never forgive yourself for that night.
My hatred for her is not from my guilt.
We have 2 days before we get anywhere near home. Use this time wisely.
No, the document should all be in order. Because I checked it 3 times, that's why. Make sure it's all there for our meeting with the boffins. They'll eat our arms off for this. I'll call you back. King Cross is in.
Whoa, miss! This area isn't safe.
I know! Someone alive? Over here!
Do we have a Miss Alpayne here?
Yes?
Please, come with me.
May I ask what this is?
It's regarding your husband.
Is he okay?
Not the best.
Oh, I've been worried sick about you.
I tried to call.
Damn, I was on the phone with someone else.
There was just chaos. For the cafe just went bang.
Just stay calm. Everything will be okay.
It hurts. Badly.
Just sit tight. It will be okay. Honey? Honey? Nurse!
Start resuscitation. I'm sorry.
You look hurt.
I am.
People don't think straight when they are hurt.
What's your name, kid?
I don't know. I can't remember it.
How about Cassidy?
That's a good one.
Let's get you out of here. A hospital's no place for a child.
I didn't know there were that many techniques to wrap a bandage.
All depends on the wound, and where on the body the wound is.
Wouldn't it make more sense to use a universal style?
If all wounds were small, yes, but they aren't. You have to accommodate for every size and depth.
You know a lot. How do you remember it all?
My parents taught me at a young age. Dad was a doctor, mother works closely with our boss in Oxford.
You see that like it's a bad thing.
Dad was my main inspiration. He was the only one I saw on a daily basis. He taught me first aid, simple operations, even helped me on my first emergency op. But medicine wasn't the only thing he had taught me. Piano, art, literature. His skills were so varied and he passed them on so excellently.
And your mother?
She was rarely around. Like Cass, she is a scientist. Only Mum studies in the human psyche, while Cass makes remedies. She always favoured her work above her family, and it hurt so much to never hear from her.
That sounds like hell.
It was hell. Being told you wouldn't see her, all because Olivia was funding her to go to some faraway city like Oslo or Krakow, sometimes cities in China to help out their teams. That's why I don't talk about her.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have.
No! Don't apologise. It doesn't hurt like it did. Instead, it shows me how to love Cass properly.
You speak a lot of her. You two must be close.
Closer than anything in the world.
Looks like we both have someone to fight for.
Do you have a partner?
My fiancée, plans to marry her in a fortnight.
Best future to you both.
Smith & Wesson?
Model 66.
Aren't those hard to come by?
A present from our Yankee brothers over the pond.
And what about the arm? Is that a present from friends?
No.
It's a nice piece of work. Whoever made it should be proud.
She sure should.
Was it her?
No. But I wish it was. She helped me keep it working. Keeps badgering me to sort out a newer model for it.
Seems like you two fight a lot.
Looks are deceiving.
So, you two don't fight this often?
It's because of her that I'm not dead myself. I just spend more time alone than with people, so whenever I do see people, I'm not the best.
My apologies. Shall I leave you?
Your choice. Makes no odds to me. $10 nitroglycerin, 5 grams of magnesium, a hint of hydrogen, and now we let it cook for 15 min.
Attention! All personnel evacuate to the safe rooms. For those who cannot reach them, lock your doors and cover your windows.
Come on, pick up! Pick up!
Cassidy, everything alright?
No, I need help!
Sit tight, we're coming. Cassidy!
It hurts.
We'll get you sorted. Come on.
I'm sorry, Mum. I'm sorry, Mum.
Don't be sorry. You weren't to know.
I panicked and I got clumsy. And it all went...
It's all okay now.
The arm will hurt for a few days, but once everything finds its place, you'll be as functioning as a normal human.
Thanks, Doc.
I had a look at your work while you were under, and I have to say I'm impressed.
It was a side project. I know you wanted me to find a new remedy for the common cold, but I thought it would be cool if I had my own little stun grenade.
It's a triumphant little thing, I'll agree.
I'll get right into the remedy once I'm back in the lab.
No, rest. You need it.
I'm still capable. I can still work.
If I find you working, I'll stop you myself.
I think this goes without saying, but we are to be on extreme caution inside this building. We've been lucky walking to this point, but the luck ends here.
Blights are drawn to sound and open wounds, so keeping them to a minimum is priority.
If you get hit by someone who is infected, then you'll have 3 hours if hit on the chest, 12 hours on the limb, but 30 minutes on the neck or head.
No loud weapons inside. Not even crossbows. We use knives and bows only.
Go on, Boudica. Unload your pistol.
No, it's our last resort option.
Oh, so you're allowed to break the rules then?
I have a lot more restraint than you do. I think I can trust myself.
You might, but I don't.
Then stay out here on guard duty, so you can stay away from danger.
It's not the danger I'm afraid of. It's you. You have no care for anyone here, besides your squeeze. You wave your pistol around like Billy the Kid. You care more for your own isolation and experiment over the safety of anyone else.
I care for people.
Oh, well, you have a pretty poor way of displaying it.
You're right. I'm careless. I find it hard to accept the fact that people are here to help. When all I've experienced in the past 8 years is pressure and prejudice, I admit, I'm not the best human. Far from it. But I know that I need people to survive. So I'll help them as long as they help me. And for your information, I never like to look up to outlaws.
This place must have been entered. Some of these bodies are 2 weeks old.
Some are more fresh. I'd guess a week.
How can that be? This place fell over 2 years ago.
Scavengers, scientists, military, any number of reasons.
These were looters. Their makeshift weapons say as much. Must have tried to find somewhere to survive.
I remember when this place went under. We watched the doors break open and a flood of blight washed over them.
I guess we'll find out how close they came to greatness.
Or to tragedy.
Do we risk torches?
No, their vision isn't purely blind. They can detect light.
It's not perfect, but when they get a whiff of life, they want it dead.
Roger that.
Do we know if there is anything of value here?
I hope so. If you gun for research and notes, I'll go for any supplies.
And if anything happens, then we need to book it?
Fire escapes, that's our best bet.
All set and ready.
Let's go.
Such a tragedy to befall humanity.
A tragedy led to another, and to another, until the worst happened.
Oh.
This is a nurse's worst nightmare.
This must have been where it all ended.
All begun.
Hardly. This blight was first found in Costa Rica, vastly neutral to the affairs of the world. To consider it a biological attack would be insanity.
Oh, well, I'm guessing you know everything about it.
I know how to spot it, how to amputate it, how to slow it, and how to avoid it.
Well, do you know how to stop it?
That's my job. Has been for the past 2 years.
Oh, great. Celtic drug from Boudica herself.
Why'd you call her that? Why not her name?
It's a saying we use, in reference to the Iceni queen, Boudica.
Bites along the leg and abdomen.
Didn't die from that. Look.
3 bullets, almost instant death.
Better than roaming as a hunk of flesh for eternity.
Does it not worry you?
Does what worry me?
Being infected.
Whether it's you or me, I'm more terrified about being turned than I am about being killed.
Florence, I'm guessing.
Yes, sorry. IT problems always happen when I start somewhere.
We've all been there. But now for a trial by fire.
Ruptured liver? How are they still alive?
Currently, they aren't. The patient is under heavy sedation. Hopefully they can live to see their 4th score on this planet.
Let's make it happen.
Change of plan. Whitby can't make it. So we have this aspiring lass. Florence.
Pleasure.
Let's begin. Florence, look at this.
A fish hook.
Now we know what caused this problem. Let's get it out of there. Quick, stitch the wound. Time of death, 9:15 a.m.
What?
The patient is deceased. Get yourself out of those rags before you sweat them off.
How did we let him die?
The hook must have been keeping him alive, or at least stopping the last bits from falling out.
Could we have saved him?
Even veterans like myself would have struggled. If you had done it, I would have demanded you got a raise immediately.
Did you know this would happen?
I knew something was there, but I was just as surprised as you are when I first saw it. I have some patients who want an emergency care if you want to attend to them.
I'll see it done.
It's no use. We're locked out.
Sit tight, people, and give me 5 minutes.
Oh, you gonna brew us some tea?
You're welcome to drink this, if you want to have your insides burned worse than a volcano victim.
What are you making?
If I'm correct, it's your unbeatable pick lock?
Right on the money, Flo.
Something corrosive?
A mixture that burns through wood, metal, any variations, and human organs.
Why haven't we used that to kill Blight then?
Because Blight aren't dead.
They're controlled, like a drone from its controller.
I'm starting to like this one.
How are you going to get it onto the lock?
You lot pulled the doors towards us. I'll syringe it onto the lock, and then we wait.
Notably, pray we don't get any on us.
Not unless you want to end up like me. That's our cue to enter. It's empty?
Yes, it's empty. Complete waste of time.
There must be something. Check the books.
I'll take these and read them later.
Good, then let's get out of here.
Hang on. Mav?
A photon blade? These were meant to be impossible to find.
Mav, we need to go.
Look, surely if Boudica could take a trinket, so can I.
This is different. This is to help save the world.
Calm down. Nothing is going to happen.
Hi, this is Olivia. You've caught me at a bad time, but if you leave a message, I can get back to you.
This is Cassidy. We've secured some notes, and are making our way. We might be screwed. I'll call if we're safe.
We might be okay?
Or not.
Uh-oh.
Run!
That's the last time I let Desmond speak on his project.
You have 4 new messages.
Hi Olivia, it's Maggie from R&D. Just phoning to let you know that we secured the grant to continue the robotic limbs project. We plan for Cassidy to get the first upgrade, if that's okay with you. Speak to you later. Bye!
Olivia, it's Cameron. I'm going to need another meeting with the rep from Portland. Son's gone crazy on this project.
How energizing.
This is Cassidy. We've secured some notes, and are making our way. We might be screwed. I'll call if we're safe.
No. If she's in danger, then I'm no use here.
Olivia, they're ready for you in Section 9.
Of course.
We could use that opening now.
Almost there!
That could have gone worse.
It couldn't.
Well, we could have died.
That is worse.
Up here should be the main offices. We might be able to sort ourselves out.
There may be some more notes in there as well.
I doubt it. These are far further than anything Geneva says that they have.
Interesting read.
It includes the use of formaldehyde and penicillin, but it mentions ethanol and morphine.
Ethanol, I can understand that, but a sedative?
Guess I'll have to test it.
Save it, Boudica. You'll never get through.
Perhaps try being a little more, sympathetic to her?
Why? She's wasting her time.
Put the shoe on the other foot, Mav. What if it was your girlfriend behind there? Would you stand idle?
No, but I wouldn't waste my time on stuff that won't help.
Then what do you propose? Blow my way through and attract another horde? Let's not forget, we have one trying to break its way through down there.
Sharp 1 minute. Bryan!
Mav!
Hey, are you all okay?
Florence is shaken, but we're all good. Make for the roof, we can regroup there.
10-4! See? Now, let's get moving.
They're on the move. We shouldn't waste time.
She's getting there.
I'll be fine. It's not bad.
I wouldn't demand any of my crew to march in this state. I won't demand it of you.
Is Cassidy safe?
She sounded safe.
Let's hope she doesn't get sidetracked.
Could she?
If she spots something interesting, she'll want it.
Then we best make sure she gets to the roof.
This must have been their secure wing.
We need to get going.
We have time. Why does the lab need rooms of glass?
I don't know. Keep things stored?
Perhaps there's an ulterior motive, like
experiments. Mutation, aggression, desire to control. What were they doing?
You might want to look at this.
This is Head Scientist Lawrence, Head of Section 9. I am recording this to detail the progress we have made, despite the ongoing fight downstairs. We have increased the serum dosage, and the creatures have responded kindly to it. However, we lack the constant stream to alter their mind into a controllable state. I doubt we'll make it out of here, but our research will not go silent. Project Mind Snaps, Blade, and an acceleration will be.
Still think those glass rooms are for storage.
Whatever. We need to get going so you can get back to your pretty girl.
I'd think twice before mocking me. Bryan isn't here to stay my hand.
Nor are they here to stay mine. Who's gonna miss you, Boudica?
More people than'll mourn you.
Maybe we can just...
Oh, shut it! This Iceni spawn has done nothing but try to get us killed, and I won't have it!
Killed? You delusional fool!
Delusion's not my style. But getting rid of traitors... Nah, that's a style.
You shall not spill blood, not on my watch.
Move it, Ranger.
In my parents' absence, then I am to take charge, and that is what I'll do.
Lydia? This whole time?
Come on, Cassidy, let's get moving.
Lead the way.
So many bodies, and no way to defend them.
This was one of the wards I trained on.
Was it a good time?
It was fast. Always something to do and someone to treat.
I'm sure you had many exhausted evenings.
3 months of training before being sent to the Royal Free. And it was a welcome move.
Is that how you met Cassidy?
No, I didn't meet her until heading to Oxford, 6 years ago. Impossible.
What is it?
See those marks? They aren't from the arm being ripped off. They're from the arm being chewed off.
Cannibalism?
For being the largest ward, they surely have a few bodies.
They went mad. Turned on each other.
Crazy what the human brain does to keep the host alive.
I fear we may be lingering too long.
Hear something?
No, but there is something red dripping over there.
We shouldn't linger.
Indeed. Let's go.
What do you want, Desmond?
Cassidy, meet your new assistant, Florence.
Hello, I'm Florence. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I don't need an assistant.
It's Olivia's demand, Cass.
Nobody calls me Cass.
Don't want to disappoint her, do you?
Come on then.
I've heard a bit about you.
Have you now?
You like potions and elixirs, and that you're a whiz when it comes to scientific concoctions.
Something like that.
You don't talk much either, whereas I'm the opposite at times, especially when there's silence. I can't stand it at times, which is probably why I'm always given funny looks. Did you know a human sheds about 600,000 particles of skin every hour, or 1.5 pounds each year?
I respect the information, but please shut up.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
Hold this. I need to prepare my drink.
Do you always have a cup of coffee before things?
I normally don't have to worry about patients. I have no idea why Olivia wants me to do this, but we do it on my terms.
Did you know that goats were the first to discover coffee after keeping their shepherd up all night after feasting on them?
Let's go.
Looking at this file, it should be a simple fix.
You're taking charge, then?
I'd be happy to. Hello. How did this little rascal injure himself?
He thought it would be fun to climb a tree, until he struggled to climb back down.
Ah, classic childhood behaviour.
It was fun!
I'm sure it was. I remember being your age, racing around, climbing things, breaking everything. Mother couldn't stop worrying.
I have 3 at home, but this one is the most troublesome.
Well, the good news is, a simple sling will be all that is needed.
Do I have to?
Of course you do, or else your arm will end up like jelly. You don't want that, do you?
No.
All done. Should be about 6 weeks, and then this rascal will be back to normal.
Thank you so much.
There you go, all sorted and wrapped up for you.
That was impressive.
It's nothing magical, just a simple sling and...
Stop by my room sometime. I'd like to talk more.
Happened to me? She just want to talk more? She never talks.
Damn! Locked!
Give me a minute or two.
What, another syringe for the lock?
Nope, something a lot more my style.
Do I want to know?
Just wait and see.
Hey, that doesn't look stable.
Congratulations. Now get down the stairs a bit. Come on, Flo, don't leave me waiting again.
Give me a minute. I'll get us through.
Cassidy would go all out on this.
Maybe she has.
That would be her.
Let's not keep them waiting.
She's never let go of that time I did it once.
He left her waiting?
Patient complications. I left her waiting 4 minutes.
That must have been interesting.
It was.
Not as bad as last time.
I'll never make that mistake again.
I'm just so glad you're safe.
You taught me well.
Glad to see you kept order.
Someone had to, and with you occupied, I had to step up.
You'll make a good huntress yet.
Hey, I don't mean to break up the moods, but we shouldn't linger more than we have to.
Quite right. We'll head down to the fire escape.
Hang on.
Something intriguing?
No. Just something unimportant.
We'll talk about it later.
Patients are starting to fly out, courtesy of your prodigy, and I'm delighted to say that the cybernetic program is proving very successful.
Good to hear.
You seem troubled.
Cassie and Florence haven't reported in, not since the voicemail.
They'll come back. You never know. Cassidy may have found herself a new chemistry set.
Maybe.
I'll leave you to think about things.
Desmond, am I too harsh on Cassidy?
I don't know. I've never had children.
I tried to do my best, but...
Perhaps you should talk to her. Get it from her perspective.
Hopefully.
I'll be in Section 9 if you need me.
With aim like that, Florence, you could be a skilled hunter.
I prefer saving lives.
Then your aim is used for surgery.
It has come in handy multiple times.
Nerves of steel for that work, I bet.
Concentration, steadiness, and a sheer determination to not mess up.
Does Cassidy have that?
Not that I know of.
Where is she then?
Calling back to base. Keeping them aware.
You don't talk much of those back in Oxford. Is it worth visiting?
It's a good place still. It's just our bosses.
Pieces of work?
You could say that.
Here we go.
Cassie, it's good to hear from you. Finally.
Hello to you too.
Did you get what you wanted?
I did. It'll take some time to break it all down, but we might have a breakthrough.
Great! I'll look forward to your return.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. That was weird.
Sounded it.
Look, I'm in no mood to fight now.
I'm not here to fight. I'm here under heavy persuasion from Lydia.
Being?
An apology. I'm sorry for the agitation.
How do I know this is really you?
Because that Greek fire was impressive, as well as the whole corrosive material.
Tricks and tools. That's all it is.
You've got a talent. I'll give you that.
Your shot isn't bad either.
I won't disturb you any longer. Thanks for not killing me.
I'll never leave you this long again.
Thank you, Bryan, for helping us getting in and out.
It may not have been the smoothest road, but hopefully this turmoil will end one day.
With kind hearts like ours at the wheel, it shouldn't be much longer.
If you ever need help in the future, you know where we are.
Thanks for everything.
I'm sorry if I came off aggressive.
It was nice to have someone to stand up to Mav.
He's a good fighter.
True, but he needs to work on working with others.
If I can get this one to work in a team, then Mav shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Hey, there's no need for that.
I'd say there was a need.
I'll text Desmond, let him know we're on our way.
Good call.
I can understand why Cassie never comes to these things.
We aren't usually that bad. She must know that.
Besides the point, the board is impatient.
They seemed impressed with the bionic limbs project.
Well, I'm glad you secured your funding, but they weren't so convinced by Cassie's efforts.
They'll come around.
By then, it will be time for the awards, and Cassie is getting one.
And Florence?
That's a certainty. If it wasn't for her, this place would be in a worse state.
I will admit, those two have shown great excellence. Perhaps we could...
No. Only 3 people are allowed in Section 9, and if those two find out, they'll never forgive us.
But think. Imagine Cassidy's brilliance, Florence's procedures, your funding, and my bionic limbs all coming together to make the experiment the best it can be.
I would rather die than let Cassie find that.
And if she does?
Then it's a convincing game to keep her trust.
Florence. They're on their way back.
Great. I'll wait for them. "13 years. Certainly hasn't felt that long. A momentous day. You have some good friends beside you, Cassie. Cassie is so close. Nothing can stop her.
Cass, can we stop for a bit?
Sure. Something's wrong, isn't it?
What? Me? No, I'm fine. I swear.
Flo, don't hide it from me.
How do you do it?
Stand
up to Olivia.
It's difficult. At the end of the day, I know she can kill me at any chance. Honestly, I don't know. I guess because she wants to be the voice of everything. But inside, she's a grieving wife.
Wife?
From what she said to me. Her husband died in the same calamity that took my mother.
The King's Cross fire?
Yeah, that one.
I knew she didn't like to talk about it. I never knew why, though. Not even Desmond spoke about it.
It hurts her to talk about it. And it's not the easiest for me either.
Cass, I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
We should probably get back before they think we've died.
Yes. Let's go and face the music.
Everything is going as planned. Test proving ever more positive with each day.
Excellent. 1912 going well?
Proving best.
Lovely.
Well, that could have gone worse.
Not much worse, but still worse.
To think I could have killed Mav.
Why didn't you? I'm not saying that you should have, but the amount of times you two fought, I thought you would.
I'm not cold, Flo. Despite being pushed around. I'm not going to snap like a twig.
Did you two reconcile?
I feel like we did. Not brilliantly.
Let's hope we see them again.
Hey, Flo.
Cass?
Would you, after all of this, like to go out?
Go out?
Yeah, for a meal. It's been a while, and I want to make tonight special and all.
I'd love to. Meet you at 5:30?
Oh, of course. What the... Why are you here?
Cassie, it's good to see you return home safe. I was beginning to worry.
This isn't like you.
Can a foster mum not care for her daughter?
You've rarely been like this. In the whole 13 years.
I wish to rebirth that love I lost.
Okay.
Did you find anything in London?
A journal or two, which suggests using a compound I'm doubtful will survive the mixing.
Surely you can engineer something.
I can certainly try, but it won't be easy.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Something isn't right. Island is on lockdown. Recent surge in blight presence in Portsmouth. Stopping all shipments in and out of the facility. Good luck. Well, ain't that just great? Perhaps Flo will know more.
You truly should be impressed with your daughter.
I am. If only her mother could see her now. Ah, speak of the devil. How was your trip? Are you okay? I haven't heard from you in days.
I'm fine, Dad.
Good to see you back in one piece.
Cass made sure of that.
I knew she would. Now, did you get much?
Well, Cass did. I only uncovered that they descended into cannibalism once they got besieged.
Cannibalism?
The isolation must have...
That was not one thing I factored.
Factored?
Do excuse me. Thank you for the cakes.
Anytime. Flo, wait!
Something isn't right, Dad, and I'm gonna find out what. What are you doing? Flo, Olivia is acting weird. Be on guard. I have no clue what is happening. Cass.
You got my message then?
Desmond's being funny too.
Any clear signs?
He ran into a room labelled Section 9.
Section 9?
Yeah, why?
Meet me in my lab. This is going too far out of hand.
I'm on my way. We leave for a few days and we come back to hell.
My thoughts exactly.
What is going on?
There was a Section 9 at St. Thomas's. We watched a tape about them having progressed with experiments before the room was stormed and the tape ended.
Do you think this is the same Section 9?
There's a very big possibility.
Then how do we go forward?
We have to know for sure what is on the other side of those doors.
Okay, so we wait until the early hours and then investigate.
We don't overstay our welcome, else risk something horrible.
Plan sorted. I'll stay here tonight and we can run over things.
Yeah.
I'll see you at sundown then.
Florence.
Yes?
Make sure to pack a bag, in case we need to run.
I'll bring it with me tonight. You're shaking.
Am I?
Is everything okay?
I don't want the worst to happen.
It won't happen. I know it won't.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
Did you bring some gear?
Of course. This is me we're talking about. Work like a charm. Just like London.
Are they?
Mind-controlling blight.
Is that possible?
Apparently. But if my theory is correct, then they plan to turn these into an undead army.
That's insane.
I knew Olivia was being too nice.
Cass?
Avery Winterman? What?
Is that you?
Burn this.
Let's get out of here.
Yes.
Cass. Cass, what are you doing?
Let's go.
Was that necessary? Unlocking the cages to an uncontrollable blight?
It's what they deserve. After everything Olivia has put us both through.
We could just leave now if we wanted to and let them carry on without us.
Oh no. Olivia would hunt me down. Well, if she wants to do that, then I'll give her a reason to.
We don't know if they'll escape, or if they'll survive the night.
Then by morning, we'll be gone. Sunrise is in 6 hours, so we can make good headway.
Cassidy! What is the real reason you're doing this?
That bear has been the biggest taunt to me over these years. Olivia gave it to me as a gift. But now I can see it was nothing but a taunt to the life I could have had as Avery, instead of Cassidy.
You don't know that!
She never cared for me! Only my brain. Desmond is the same towards you.
Containment breach. All personnel must lock their rooms and
your plan worked?
I'm surprised it worked myself. Let's get out of here.
Going somewhere.
We know about Section 9. We know the cruel things you are doing there.
That's why we want to offer you two places in its ranks.
Never!
I'd think twice before doing that.
Why?
Wouldn't want you all to do something stupid.
Then she should let us leave.
With the information regarding the cure? No. That stays here.
If you had any care for the world, you let us!
The world has fallen. Only we who sailed through the fire can ever come back from it.
You're insane.
Oh, my dear Cassie.
That's Cassidy to you.
Fine. Cass. Have it your way.
Look out!